and there's some nice sea stacks down there which I'll be using for reflections from the sun. So join me as we explore El Matador State Beach.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saved.
Believe it or not, these are burnt trees from the wildfires. The wildfires started out in the valley, way up past the 118 freeway, jumped the 101 freeway, came down through Santa Monica, through the Santa Monica Hills, jumped the PCH, and stopped right here at the ocean. Quite remarkable. In just 2 or 3 hours, how much distance that fire could have travelled. Oops, just tripped over a root. Yes, amazing. And there's really nothing man could have done to stop the fire. It was really the ocean that stopped the fire eventually. Once we get down to the bottom, we'll see if we can get some good images. I'm going to stop partway down because there's a good spot sheltered from the wind. I didn't really want to risk it up there because those gusts were very, very strong, and I was too close to the edge. It may have been a bit risky with those gusts of wind. There's a little spot down there where those people are walking past. It's sheltered from the wind, and it's still high up enough that I may get a decent enough perspective, maybe to get a shot from there. Sea stack there lights up when the sun hits. The sun is going to set behind me, and it's going to light up that sea stack. See if I can get that sea stack lit up. Depending on how crowded it is, I will try for other locations, but if it's too crowded, which looks like it's getting crowded today, even though it's a Friday, I may not be able to get into the cave there, and the tide is coming in, so that's not going to be an option. And generally I can be standing out amongst those rocks out there and shooting into that sea stack. But it's going to be a very narrow strip of beach on the shoot. We've made down to that lower portion I was mentioning earlier. Try one from this perspective here. That sea stack. And this is the sea stack that I mentioned that is going to be catching the sunset. This is going to be lit up. I'll take one from here. This is where I shot the. This will be a good perspective or not, but I'm going to try. Then later on, I'm going to work my way down to the beach down there, and then that's going to be my primary spot down there. I shot a a couple of long exposures from this spot right here, and I'm just kind of waiting now for the sun to go down. And I'll be doing a sunset shoot from this location. So the rock over to my right is going to be bathed in sun when the sun sets. The tide is coming in. It's actually coming in, have enough real estate to set up and catch that sea stack bathed in the sun. It's a difficulty down here. It's not a very large strip of beach, and it becomes even smaller when the tide comes in. Okay, I'm back in the cave. You may remember from my last video, but that other one at a different time of day. It was later in the day, so I think I got away with a polarizer, if I remember correctly. But that other one I had to rush a lot because the tide was coming in. This one, I'm still kind of having it a rush because I have people around, they're getting into my shot, walking in front. It's very crowded, even though it's a Friday. There are a lot of people here, so I'm still having to kind of rush between shots. I've had a polarizer on. Actually, it's the X4 ND polarizer combined, and that equates to about 6 stops. Trying to control the light, and because I have uneven light here, I'm in the dark here, but I'm shooting into the light, and the sun is out there. I'm having quite a bit of difficulty controlling the exposure. So I'm at around f11. Let's see, it's about 1/6 of a second. But I think I've only got maybe 1, perhaps 2 shots. So I'm going to pack it in right now because I don't think I'm going to get a good shot here with people keep running across. I'm hoping to come back around sunset. This would be a great place to shoot into the sunset. So that's what I'm going to do. And right now I'm going to go out and explore some places out on the beach. Alright, so I'm going to try and get that rock in front of me right there and get the water as it's receding at f11, ISO 80. The shutter speed is at 1/100th of a second, but I put a 6-stop filter on now, the polarizer. I've got my focus set and I put it on manual. So what I'm doing right now, I'm readjusting my shutter speed to even out my histogram, and I know I'm going to keep my focus, so now I've got a good balanced histogram right there. Everything's perfect. Now I'm just going to wait for that wave to come in and pull back over that rock. I did one earlier where I think I had about 1.5 seconds. I'm going to take that one right there. Looks quite good. And I'm going to do this one right here because wait for it to go back. And yeah. That looks excellent. The viewfinder. We have a keeper. lot of these birds way up there on the top. A long way away. They've been up there all day. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know if feeding time is later in the evening. Anyway, that's the sea stack that I'm waiting to photograph later on. Another 45 minutes to an hour for sunset. Retreat half a dozen times because the water keeps coming in, the tide keeps coming in. I'm starting to get some nice colour on the sea stack behind me. I've taken a couple of shots, but I'm going to wait for the sun to go down a little bit more. We're actually at sunset now. I'm going to wait another maybe 30 minutes or so for the sun to dip a bit more, take a few more shots. You can see we're getting some nice colour and a nice reflection in the water there. Just as the sun was starting to go down, I actually shifted position and I went over. Let's get a closer. I went and took a shot. I lined up and caught the sun. I adjusted my position and caught the sun on the corner of that rock there. That's where the cave is, and adjusted my aperture to get a starburst. And within seconds of taking the shot, the sun disappeared. So time is everything. Anyway, it's a waiting game now, as always in photography. Hurry up and wait. But what better place to wait, right? Once the sun dipped down, we lost the reflection on the sea stack behind me. Fortunately, I took some as the sun was setting, so that was good. But once it dipped down behind the rock behind me over there, we lost the reflection very, very quickly. So it's fortunate that I actually took some shots as it was setting. What I ended up doing actually was I then swung around and moved back over to where the cave was, and I took a few shots close up with some sun shining through, and you'll probably see those. I think they came out okay. You can see the water coming in. I had to set up right where that water is coming in, focus. It took about 10 to 15 tries. As I focus each time, the waves came crashing in. See here, you can see them right now. You see them crashing in right where those rocks are. That's where I had to stand. On about I think the 13th or 14th try, I got the shot. So I was bracketing with a timer, and I had to focus and set up and shoot through. You can probably see that little hole right there where the reflection was coming through. But I nailed it eventually. And then I just did a couple from the beach here with the reflection over there. Anyway, I think it was a good day. It was interesting coming here for the afternoon and evening. The last time I was here was for a sunrise, and I'll try and put the link in this video so you can see the difference between my first visit, which was a sunrise, and this one which was an evening and sunset shoot. So you can see the difference between the two, and then you can make your own decision which is the best. This is supposed. Until next time, take care.
And it's just got like a hint of gold. His were very flat. Each of them